citizens of Israel. There's breaking news here. Yesterday, the word of God came to Jonah, son of Amittai, prophet of Israel. The message? Shockingly this: go to the great city of Nineveh and preach against it, because its wickedness has come up against me. Imagine, a prophet of Israel preaching to Israel's arch enemy. That's mystifying enough, but today Jonah, son of Amittai, prophet of Israel, has disappeared. Yes, gone, vanished, vamooshed. Let's go straight to our roving link, Abigail.
Thanks, Caleb. That's right, Jonah has gone, and not, we think, to Nineveh. Here we are at the port in Joppa to speak to the ticket seller, who we gather is called Esther. Come on. Esther, shalom.
Shalom. Oh, you're the Abigail from the news.
Yes, and you're live on the news right now. Can I ask you a few questions? You work here at the port, right?
Yes, dear. This ticket booth is my little kingdom. I'm here all hours. And I'm no prophet. I bet you're here to ask about that Jonah.
Have you seen him?
Yes, dear. Only this morning.
And can you tell us about it?
Well, lovely. It was the sandals. Bless him. He tried to go unnoticed in this busy port. There's always a crowd milling around. But he'd missed the sandals. They were right expensive, they were. Probably didn't match the battered or cloak he'd pulled over his head as a kind of disguise. He was muttering, "Bad day, very bad day," over and over and shaking his head a lot. Obviously, I was intrigued. And when I peered closer, there was that famous grumpy face from the news last night. I got quite excited. Who'd have thought? The lost prophet at my ticket booth.
And what happened then?
Well, we all know where Jonah was supposed to be going, and I was thinking, strange to travel to Nineveh by sea. But I asked anyway, one ticket to Assyria, sir. Are you hoping to return, or shall I just make it one way? I'm no prophet, but I'd wager not many people who go to that nasty city last long enough to need a ticket home.
And did he buy a ticket?
Oh, he bought a ticket all right, but not to Nineveh. In fact, after a lot of scowling and mumbling under his breath, almost like he was arguing with himself, the ticket he bought was for a ship sailing in entirely the wrong direction, to Tarshish.
To Tarshish? But that's right at the far edge of the known world. No one goes there.
Well, it's not my most popular ticket, to be sure. I tend to sell those to people who have something to run from. And the way Jonah looked today...
What do you mean?
Well, his face was somewhere between angry and scared. His eyes were all shifty and flicky about. You know, he just kept looking over his shoulder like a frightened gazelle. Now, don't get me wrong, dearie, I'm no prophet. But my prediction is he wants to be where no one else can go. Maybe he thinks he can hide.
But from who?
Well, he obviously was not much up for an almost certain death trip to Nineveh. So for the Lord, I guess. I don't count much for his chances, though. Doesn't that psalm say, "If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me, your right hand will hold me fast." In my experience, wherever you go, the Lord never leaves your side. Oh well, good luck to him. But I'm not sure how much good that ticket to Tarshish is going to do him. I told you, I'm no prophet, just a woman in a ticket booth. But something tells me that our Jonah is going to make a turnaround before his story gets very much further.
Well, there you have it. Jaw-dropping, sensational. The prophet Jonah is on the run, and we are going to find him. Your best tickets to Tarshish, please, Esther.
Oh, maybe not tonight, dear. There's a storm brewing.
There isn't a cloud in the sky.
That is strange, I'll give you that. But I've sat in this ticket booth all my working life, and I can tell you, I can feel it in my bones. It's going to be a real cracker.
Okay, it's never looked less like a storm, even the seagulls are sunbathing.
I'm no prophet, I'm just a woman in a ticket booth. But I'll tell you right now, go get yourself a plate of jelly deals and sit it out. No one wants to be in a boat when a storm starts throwing its weight around.
Jelly deals does sound kind of tempting. Camera crew, eels, jellied. Super. Well, Israel, let's hope for Jonah's sake this woman in a ticket booth is less of a prophet than him, or his day is going to go from very bad to even worse. From the port here at Joppa, shalom.